Alright, so what is this from? Tāne. I think it's TA if you want to write it down.
Sure.
TA. Is it some of it memorized?
Yeah, I guess.
This week, let's go. Oh, before we go back to the beginning, can you just fix this one? It's staccato, but it's not staccato. And the first time you play it, you kind of just kind of. And if you do that and you're a soloist, it'll be fine. If you do that and there's 18 other people, it's not fine. Okay, let's go back to the beginning because I didn't hear this beginning. So and soften your hand. No, even softer. Look. It's kind of almost like you're not even playing piano. It's kind of like, when you first start learning piano, they tell you like this is an apple position, and it's like we play piano like this, which is correct is to teach, but we want almost the worst possible hand position, which is like a flat hand position. Because we don't want a good sound, we want like a thin sound. And can you shape it towards that? Do you do it? And then echo. Yeah, but not so late. 1, 2, 3. But it's not even. I don't know if I would articulate it so much. More of like that. It's like you're playing it with your elbow. I like the second one as the first one, and then the first one as the second one. So flip them. That kind of sound. And then try 4, like, because then you can use 2. Oh, you're using 2 already?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Make sure you're not playing 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 3. 3. Left hand takes over. I think that would be prettier if you did it softer then. This is fine. And then here. I don't actually know if anyone else is playing. But if anyone else is playing, we can check the orchestral score in a second. But if anyone else is playing, then don't do that. But if anyone else isn't playing, this would be really pretty to have in the hall, where the hall is quiet and you're doing. and standing still. Kind of stillness. And then this is a new color. Go from a 9. Can you clarify that these are 2 different colors? So it's T. It's not heavier, it's just. Show me more. You know what it is? You're having a stable position when you come in. Don't have a stable position, just like in. It's almost like I'm waiting before I even start. And then. You know, when you do it with your right hand, you're very good at this. This kind of motion. Your left hand's not so. Here, practice just the outer notes. Just the ninth. Just the ninth. Just the ninth. Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. Now add the E flat. And then add the G. Now notice when I rotate, I lift forward. Why am I lifting forward? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? What is this?
One motion.
Not only that, but then, I mean, I can also do this, right? But why do I do this?
Softer.
It's the weakest position I can be in. I'm trying to weaken my position so that I don't have a loud sound. And then this is a pretty color change. Start from 9 again. Start from the left. Take a look at this motion. Your hands have gotten bigger. Your motion has gotten lazier. Your hands, as they get bigger, should not reduce the size. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I think what's throwing you off is that the left hand generally goes clockwise when it rotates. It's rare that it goes.
Yeah.
It's not. This is very rare that we're going counterclockwise, which is in this case we are, which is kind of throwing you off a little bit. But in this case, it is going counterclockwise. Okay. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Hands together. What if you were to play this with a? Where's the second one? There's 2. What if you played it with a flat hand? What's the difference between?
One's harsher sound.
One's a brighter sound. One forces our hand to move slower. Because if you're playing like this, you can't really move fast. I mean, you can go like this, but yeah. The result is not because we're having our hand in this position or this position. That's the side effect of it. The actual result is from the fact that our hand is slower in this position than in this position where we can be quicker. We're using different muscle group. Okay, from here. Come in from the side. Oh, change the color here. Go on. Now, a little bit more motion here. You're not going to sleep, just the beginning. Careful. And you're going. No hesitation. It's a one flow motion. It's not like this one. That's kind of your coming in from the side. Start from here. Let's just exaggerate. This is not actually where you're going to start from. Ball in, like you're a bird. You're coming in. You're a bird. You're coming in to grab the fish. And then when you rotate this way, which is awkward because we're not used to rotating that way, but you didn't do that. And then the F is not a result of the finger, it's a result of the rotation, continuing forward, and then Okay, try again. With the, or right then. Rigid, why you have a chance before you forget. Let's do it. There's a dissonance here because of the tritone. The other thing to say about that section as the end comes in is that we can place that agogically on the D. I would consider placing it because right now you have everything is moving forward with the exception of the previous two Ds, which is on 10 or 11 and 12 Ds. But we're softening here. It's still moving though. But this one I would consider placing it. It also helped Dr. Bell because he's going to push the tempo on the next section. So maybe when you're doing this, and then place this, kind of like that, and then that sets the scene of like something's going to happen, and then whatever happens next. Let's take it from 17, and you guys can ask, well, maybe that's a question for Dr. Bell, is should I agogically place 19, kind of like, you know, in speech where they have those things where they kind of like place it. And then placing it almost a cue. And then be still, and he'll probably cue this. That would be a question for him. Okay, let's start from there and then let's move into the next section. Just right on the D's. Or maybe actually just on the E flat. And then place it. Good, go for 21 again from here.
From where?
21. When you're entering this harmony, 25 you already know this harmony, this is familiar. But this one you are not expecting. This is very new for us, we've never seen anything like this. There are two options you can do. You can actually play it louder, you can kind of bang people over the head with it, or you can play it softer. I would prefer that you play it softer, so something like let them like lean in forward. But something like that. See if you can start from the but without don't give us that. You can still crescendo too. So just sweep with the piano. So it's the fourths and the birds. Now I don't know the full story. You have to talk to Dr. Lippert, but bum, bum, bum. treble, so it needs to have this kind of uneven sound. Oh, it's almost like we're not good at piano. We're playing it unevenly. This kind of sound. Dun 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 dun. Try to make that when you're playing it more exciting. Just start from the 41. It sounds good, this section, but I don't understand the placement of it because it's losing its edge. Because it's starting to sound very sweet and kind. But, you know, this kind of feeling. And then we hear all of the same motifs that we have. It feels like a development almost. But it isn't. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is I don't understand how this fits into the larger character. And that would be a question that you would ask him because, well, he's living, and living composers are not very common. So it might be helpful, right? We can't ask Beethoven what his opinion is on something. We can't ask Chopin what his opinion is on something. I don't really understand the placement of this. Now, it might just be something like, hey, we're ascending, or we're in a different part of the forest, or something like that, or maybe we're in the trees, or I don't know what's going on. Or maybe there's a story. Did you read the story that he provided?
Yeah.
What did it say?
Something along the lines of this, like the Mother Earth song, and then the things that continue to fight or something.
Okay, well,
So, like,
I would ask him.
yeah.
Because that's a conversation. Is this Mother Earth song?
Something about the person, like a god is trying to separate the earth and the sky, and like she's trying to like stop them from doing it, but like
Okay.
they still continue to.
But then, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So this is something he's trying to stop?
No, this is them trying to do it. So.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I get it. Okay. Okay, so as long as you have a grasp on what that is, the character, then I think that's very, very good. Okay, can we go from here now? Did you start this yet? And then we're gonna have a slow turn down of lights. You guys are all gonna freeze. Dr. Bell's gonna keep his hands up. He's gonna keep his hands up like this. You guys all freeze, lights come down slowly. Maybe write that in. You have lights come down while you're holding. You have it written down?
Yeah, just stay still for until the things are.
Until lights go up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually you don't move until the narrator comes back on. Narrator will be here. Okay, good. There's something weird in here. Where was it? You don't know the notes. Let's figure out the notes from here.
Yeah.
This part. Why don't you just play the soprano by itself? Because right, I still feel like I don't. Or this is the tenor. Wait, let's start with 63. By the way, where's the climax of the whole piece? Where's the moment where everyone's like, we've arrived and this is happening? Alright, while you figure that out, let me just check to make sure that someone's at the door. Because I am Emma and Claire coming in. You figure that out. Just gonna leave the door open. Did you figure it out? We'll measure. You don't know? You're playing this piece? You don't know where you're going?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on. Where's the loudest point after a series of the same thing for a while?
The 72, 73, 70.
Okay, 73, we're at mezzo forte.
Yeah.
We keep going in the same thing. There's another crescendo. And then we finally arrive at fortissimo at 79.
I'm blind.
The other thing that you need is probably to look at the orchestral score. I would consider printing out at least the orchestral score, like on a study size. Even if you have it small, you can at least look at it. You don't need to play from there, but if you can play or look at that, then you can see this kind of stuff. Because I don't know what's playing here, but my guess is that everyone's playing here. So if you're playing this. But if you're not having that in your mind, then when you play this whole section, it'll never feel like it got there. You have to have that. So you have to have that moment in your mind from the time you start the piece, from the time you start the second section, and from the time that you start this section. Because you don't want to get too loud in here. This is going to get louder, but never, right? Can you start from 63 and see if you can build it up? From here. Section before we get to the coda, there's a climax in 79. How would you like to approach that? That makes you sound very professional. And it makes you sound like you know what you're talking about. Because then you're
I know
saying,
what I'm talking about.
but you do, you're learning about what you're talking about. So when you're playing from here, you might even say we're going to speed up through 76 and 77, which in which case you're going to play something like. It's going to be kind of like a roller coaster, this kind of thing. And in order to make that happen, you need to speed up as you approach it, because you need to borrow that time later, and then you're going to slow down as you hit the peak, which is right here. Maybe take from 78, 75. It can't just be like random like this. Even more intentional. So it's a very intentional slowdown. It doesn't sound like it's an accident or something like that, or you don't even know your notes from here. 77. Just play the soprano. Let's go from 75, or sorry, 77. There's a lot of ways to approach it. I think one other way to approach it is that when you finally do arrive here, it's going to be a little bit slower. It might be a little bit heavier sounding, so especially if you rise in from. So you need to discuss that. Maybe write that down as a question so that you guys can figure that out. Like, how should we figure this out? Like, do we slow down after the climax, or are we gonna maintain that tempo? Or you can also go straight into it. You can do like. It's almost like you have a slight pause and then directly a tempo on 79. Okay. Let's finish there. All right, good. All right. The next lesson you're going to have is with Dr. Bell or Dr. Ludwig or both. I'm not sure when, but they'll reach out to you.
Ta-da.